We have already looked at the if statement. It's one of the two selection statements available to you. The other is the switch statement, and today I want to look at the switch statement and when you would use it. Have a look at this example. It's a very typical thing that you want to do in the console. The user is presented with a list of choices, and you want to do something depending on which one of those choices they make. In this case, it's a very simple game of rock, paper, scissors that the computer is always going to win. One option for dealing with the user's choice is to use a series of if statements. Have a look at this example. If the user chose 1, then the computer will win in this case because it chose paper. If on the other hand the user chose 2, then the computer is going to win because it chose scissors. If the user chose 3, then it will win because the computer chose rock. And if they didn't enter 1, 2 or 3, then the computer will tell them that they didn't make a valid choice. And this is one way to achieve the desired result. Series of if statements. Each if statement has the same variable being checked, move made. The alternative to this is to use the switch statement. In this case, it's looking at move made and only needs to mention move made once here at the top. It's saying, look at move made, and depending on which option they chose, do one of the following things. If they chose 1, display this message. If they chose 2, display this message. If they chose 3, display this. And if they didn't any of those, do this. At first, it can seem a little bit cumbersome, mainly because you keep having to put these break instructions in here to say, don't do the next bit, jump over it, come down to here. Without those, it would seem a little bit less strange. Notice also that this is a colon, not a semicolon, and that actually I could put several things between there and the break, and I wouldn't need curly brackets. I can just make a long list of all the different things I want to do if they chose 1. And again, between here and here, I could put a long list of things they want to do if they chose 2. Importantly, you use it instead of a series of ifs if those ifs are all about the same variable. 2 points before we finish. Firstly, you can survive your entire programming career and never use the switch case statement. Use of if statements will do just as good a job in many instances. However, it is on the syllabus, and therefore you need to be able to recognise it, understand how it works, and add options to it if necessary. The other key point is that in many languages it's not called the switch case statement, but the select case statement. In pseudocode, it's called the select case statement. So you need to recognise that switch is the word used in C#, and that if it comes up as select case, then you need to use switch instead.